Vivian is in Tower Hamlets. Vivian, good evening.
Oh, good evening. My question is, I've worked part-time continuously for 6 years in marketing. My employers asked me to go full-time, and if I don't, they're going to terminate my contract at the end of my notice period in 3 months. I don't want to go full-time because I have another job and various caring responsibilities. Pretty sure I've got a decent case for unfair dismissal, possibly sexual discrimination. But my question relates specifically to what I do next. Do I work out my notice and submit my employment tribunal form the day after my job is terminated? Or am I obliged to put in a grievance and challenge what they're doing? Obviously, I don't want to do the latter, in some ways, because I don't want to poison the atmosphere of my last 3 months or run the risk that they sack me immediately. And I don't want to alert them to the fact that there's a claim coming because it might prompt them to lay the groundwork for defending the claim.
Do you want to leave this organisation, Vivian?
Yes, I do, yeah.
So
I do.
If they didn't sack you, would you resign?
No, I would just carry on working in the way I'm working at the moment.
And when you say you work part-time for a marketing company, what exactly do you do for them?
Well, at the moment I'm writing for them, so I'm doing sort of marketing, writing that might be on their website, or I've got a lot of experience within that company.
Okay.
How
many years have you worked for them?
6 years.
And you said the company is American. Are you employed under an English employment contract?
English, because what happened originally was I was working for an English company that grew, and it was bought because it was a kind of good asset for this American company to buy in.
Understood. So your question then, let me just make sure I've understood this. Do I tip them off that I'm considering bringing a tribunal claim by putting in a grievance, or do I let them sack me and then put in a claim?
Yeah, do I let them terminate my contract? I just work it off and just then bring in the claim afterwards.
Okay. So I would 100. Have they already given you notice, Vivian?
Well, they've given me this sort of, either you do this or do that.
So they've given you an ultimatum, but they haven't given you notice.
No, they said. Well, hang on, I don't know what that means. So they've said to me, either you go full time or you work your notice, and your job ends in December. So
have they put that in writing to you?
Yes, I made my manager, because it's going through my manager, kind of put stuff in writing that would add up to that. Yeah.
So is there a clear letter saying your contract ends in December if you don't go full time?
I think yes. I mean, it's a little bit, yeah. I mean, I said, when would you terminate my contract? She said, you will go at the end of December if you make your decision not to go full time.
I would write back and say, I do not wish to go full time. Give your reasons. Make sure you put your reasons in writing, because a tribunal might read this letter and we want you to appear reasonable.
Yeah.
So, I've got another job. I care for somebody, etc., etc.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do not go. I don't consent to moving to full time. You told me that if I'm not prepared to move to full time, you're going to terminate my employment as of the 31st of December. Is that still your position? And see what they say. But I would not put in a grievance. I would wait to be dismissed. Mm-hmm. You do need to appeal the dismissal, because if you don't appeal the dismissal, then there's an argument that you should... I'm thinking aloud. No. If you're dismissed for misconduct or poor performance, you can get a 25% reduction to your award. If you don't appeal, but you're not being dismissed for conduct or poor performance, that won't apply. So you don't even need to appeal. You just wait for them to dismiss you, and then you bring your unfair dismissal claim, Vivian.